Life is short. Life moves like a blink of an eye. Life moves like a bullet, too fast. These are statements that we hear from older generation. And as a young people, never once or rarely do we think about that one day our life will come to an end. Rarely do we think about our time is limited in this world, and that we need to live as impactful as we can be each and every single day. That we need to value each and every day that we have, that we need to add value to our lives each and every single day that passes by. You see, it amazes me that I rarely think about death. I know that I don't want to die just as a mere person, but rarely do I think about that one day, that day is coming. And if I really understood the agency of that matter, I doubt if I could live the way that I have been living, because I know that I need to maximize each and every day that passes by, because each day that is passing by is getting me closer to my expiry date here in the world. I will not live here forever, but one day I will die. But what sort of impact do I want to create? What sort of name or legacy do I want to leave behind that will in a way speak for me? You know, as young people, we are really wasting a lot of time on things that when we look back, they will never ever make sense. You know, we haven't lived long, but you and I can attest to the fact that there are certain things that we look back and regret doing them. You know, right now we have the time to make amends of the mistakes that we are making. But a time will come that we won't have that opportunity to change the things that we have done, and all we can do is to regret the kind of life that we have lived. You know, it is our responsibility to create the kind of life that we want, that we will be proud of at the end of the day. Because that end is coming, whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, that end is definitely coming. But what kind of a person, what sort of a person are you going to be at the end of your life? Will you be a happy person that you lived the way that you lived, or you will live a life of regret? You see, you can know whether you will regret how you lived your life, or you will not regret how you lived your life based on the decisions and the choices that you are making right now. We spend time drinking, we spend time smoking, we spend time doing all sorts of things that don't add value to our lives. What kind of impact do we want to leave behind? What sort of a world do we want our kids to live in, the next generation that is coming after us? What kind of a world do you want them to find? Because you and I can attest the fact that we are not okay with the older generation on how they've created the environment they've created. But it is our responsibility to create an enabling environment for the generation that is coming. And it is your responsibility, it is my responsibility to ensure that that environment is created. But if we continue living like the way we are living, that change will never come. If anything, the generations to come will find this world worse than it is actually now. But you and I have been given a mandate. The Bible says the heavens belong to God, but He has given the earth to humanity. He has given us the authority and the power to nurture it, to create into something beautiful, to create a perfect world for ourselves and for those that are within our sphere of influence. And this is a challenge to every young person out there, to really introspect and look at your life and what sort of impact do you want to create in the world. It is up to you, and you only can change and alter your life. No one will tell you to stop drinking if you yourself don't want to stop drinking. No one can stop you from moving from one girl to the other. I really think about this. Your life will expire one day. Whether you like it or not, one day you will not wake up. One day you will be no more. One day it is you that they will say, oh, too bad, he died such a young person. Oh, too bad, earth has indeed lost, heaven has gained. These are things that we don't really consider and don't think about, but one day they will be spoken over us. But what kind of impact do you want to leave behind? Do you just want to die and that's it? You know, today we read books of men, we watch movies of men that died a long time ago. But these are things that keep changing and shaping us. If anything, the theories of now are of dead people. It's like the world is run by dead people. You know, I want to be among such people. That even when I'm dead, the works that I've done will keep changing and transforming lives. That 100 years after I'm gone. You know, let us look at how we're living our lives. Really consider that one day, it is coming. That we'll have to hand back the keys to the one that gave us. So I urge you, my young friends, and everyone else listening to this audio and video. Life is short. Live a life of meaning, a life of impact. Change someone's life by the way that you live life. Do not make life all about you. No. Save that which you are to the world. This world requires you and I to collectively come together and make it a better place. No one will make Zambia a better place. No one will make Africa a better place on our behalf. It is our responsibility to ensure that we create the kind of world that we want. So let's really be conscious of this fact. The fact that we are going to sleep today, it does not guarantee that we'll wake up tomorrow. But if I died tomorrow, will I be happy that I did? That's a question that we must ask ourselves each and every day. If today was my last day, will I be happy with the way that I've lived my life? Will I be okay if God came and said, hey, time is up, let's go? Will you ask for more time? Or will you be okay and say, okay, now I've lived my life well, I'm good to go? Live life well each and every day. This is a challenge to myself and to everyone watching this. I know it's a bit difficult to live perfect, but by the grace of God, we can be able to live a life of meaning and impact. We were not just brought into the world to just be a statistic. No, I refuse to just be a statistic. I refuse to let things and controlled by things and not do anything about it. I refuse to accept the norm of society and just live like everybody else does. I refuse to follow the crowd and just live a mediocre life. I refuse to have a black mentality, a Zambian mentality, but I seek to have a human mentality. A mentality that will ensure that I'm as good as anyone in the world. A mentality that I can create impact the same way that anyone else is doing. That I have something in me that I can save to the world, that can cause someone's life to be better. And I believe that I have that. And you should believe that you have that. No one is going to believe in you if you yourself don't believe in you. You have to believe in yourself even when no one is supporting you or coming to your aid. We will not just let things just happen. We will create circumstances, and not circumstances create us. And there are things that happen that we have no control. But 90% of the things that happen, we have control. So let us live a life of meaning. Let's not waste our time partying, drinking, being on social media the whole day. There's much more good that we can do when we are focused, when we realize and come to an understanding that one day we will be no more. Really. That one day, let us live with a sense of agency, a sense of destiny. I wish you all the best things in life. I'm Chibuyemj. Blessed evening.